So ahead, we take stock of another wild week when our panel of experts, Chris Stirewalt, Charlie Hurt and Jessica Tarlov will join us straight ahead.
I just wanted to announce, we've been working all weekend, very diligently, very hard, that General H.R. McMaster will become the National Security Advisor.
We've been working very closely with the Department of State, Department of Homeland Security, Department of Justice, and the team here at the White House to make sure that the next step achieves the President's goal of protecting the country.
We're getting really bad dudes out of this country, and at a rate that nobody's ever seen before. And they're the bad ones. And it's a military operation.
No use of military force in immigration operations.
Actually, I cherish his friendship.
Yeah, you know, I can run a little hot on occasions. And Reince is indefatigable.
I believe President Trump has given voice to the aspirations and frustrations of the American people like no leader since Reagan.
There is no dream too large, no task too great. We are Americans, and the future belongs to us.
Quick snapshot of another packed week in the Trump presidency. So how's he doing? Here to help us grade the week, Chris Stirewalt, Fox News politics editor, Charles Hurt, Fox News contributor and a political columnist at the Washington Times, and Jessica Tarlov, Democratic pollster and senior director of research at Bustle.com. Welcome all. Good to have you here. Hi, guys. Boy, Henry McMaster seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? That nice moment on President's Day on the couch. Right. Chris, what do you think?
Well, that was a big, big deal and a huge smashing success for the new administration. Democrats, Republicans, Hawks, Dove, everybody agreed this guy is a serious thinker, put a lot of anxieties to rest. Trump moved decisively, was a huge win. And I had him graded very strong this week, but he gave a little back because we got stuck back on the media stuff at the end of the week. And back to
Did you think he spent too much time on that in the speech this morning, Chris?
It's so boring. I know that his base loves it, and they eat it up, and it's great for them, but it is impossibly boring. He's played the same record so many times, and it doesn't. Time is running out. They got to move the ball on Obamacare and on taxes and on other issues. Carping about the media, step back.
Charlie?
You know, I think that Chris is right. He does need to move on some of these other things. But people never get tired of listening to Donald Trump beat up the media. You might find it boring, but people love listening to Donald Trump beat up the media. And you know, it is a bit of a distraction.
You don't think it becomes sort of inside baseball after a while, Charlie?
No, I don't think it is. And I think it goes to the heart of what Americans are. Americans actually, you know, we're a creedal nation. We believe in something. We're sort of bound by the belief in principles. And so when you have the media and they make things up, or they say things that aren't true, or they distort things, Americans get very angry at a very, very gut level about that sort of thing, and this guy taps into that, and they like it, and they love watching him beat these people up.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the approval numbers for the media, and
they're
they're sort of kissing
Congress,
cousins with Congress, exactly, and lawyers and all of those sorts of horrible, horrible, awful people. Jessica, what do you think?
I actually think that this was the best week that Donald Trump has had since he was elected president. There are obviously things that I didn't enjoy. The media attacks, I think, have gone too far. And there's a new PPP poll out today that shows actually that the American public doesn't like it. I think that McMaster was a great choice, but I also think that we saw transgender rights being rolled back this week. That's a significant issue for people on both sides of the aisle. Attacks on the media, as I mentioned, and then also the attacks on the people who are showing up at these town halls. These are Americans. These are your constituents, and they are concerned about keeping their health care and making sure that the country smoothly operates. But I would like to say, so kind of for Trump himself, I was in the C range, but I thought that Mike Pence did such a wonderful job this week in Munich and also in St. Louis at the Jewish cemetery that was unfortunately desecrated. So I thought that for the Trump administration as a whole, it brings it up to a B-. I'm the only one who gave a grade, but B-.
I'm B- too. I'm in for a B-.
Okay. Great.
Charlie, do you have a grade in your grade book?
You know, I would give it like, you know, I would give an A- somewhere in there.
Charlie, be a little less partisan. Come on.
The easy grader in the bunch.
What do you mean partisan? No. What's great about it, the guy beats up Republicans just as much as there's nothing partisan about that. I think it's terrific when he beats up everybody. He's an equal opportunity offender.
You know, one of the things that stood out, Chris, that's sort of bubbling around the surface is these appointments to all of these different agencies.
Yeah.
You know, the State Department, all these, and you look at Rex Tillerson and the trip he took to Mexico, and there's all these stories about him sort of not being in the loop or not being able to pick the people that he wants to pick. What do you see going on beneath the surface here?
So let's take another news story this week. Reefer. The administration weighing whether they're going to go against
We knew you were going to go there.
hot smokers. And I think you have so much you have to do.
Yeah.
Holy crocono.
Yeah.
You have so many things that you have to do. You have hundreds of confirmed positions that still need to be filled. You have an Obamacare plan that has to be done. The name of the game for this administration, the only thing that's holding it back really right now is a lack of focus. You got to fill these slots. You got to craft the legislation. You got to move the ball.
Yeah, so Charlie, who should be the main driver of that?
Well, I think that Trump needs to be, and I think Trump is. And I think that one of the nice things that I've enjoyed about watching Trump operate as president is the fact that he goes after the media, he goes after reefer or whatever. He's not afraid to have a lot of chaos going on, but he does have people who are focused on things, and maybe they don't get everything perfect the first time, but what we have seen with McMaster this week and with some of these executive orders is that he is willing to stop, admit that, or maybe not admit that things didn't go well, but reissue things and redo things in a better way. And I think that's a very positive development.
I think often we have to dig below that up shiny surface and talk about what happened. One of the things that I thought was significant today was this task force, and you hate to even say task force because it sort of sounds like the graveyard of a good idea sometimes, but to roll back regulations and to find them in agencies. That is something that business owners sat up and took great notice of today, Jessica.
Yeah, no, I think that when he does focus on issues that relate in any way to the economy, he's going to do better, because right now that's the only area that Americans actually approve of what he's doing when you look at the polling. So, yes, it's a good thing. Listen, I like regulations personally, but you knew I was going to say that. So.
It feels warm and fuzzy about regulations, don't they? Let's curl up with some regulations. All right, thanks, guys. You all get A's in my book. Good to see you as always.